Hi, and welcome back to Teacher After School. I'm Miss K, and this is not a staff meeting. It isn't professional development, and it definitely isn't another space where you get to show up polished, prepared, and put together. You don't need your teacher voice here. This is a space that exists after the bell rings. That quiet moment when the classroom is quiet, the hallway lights are dimmed, your shoes are finally off, and your body realizes just how much you give today. Before we go any farther, I want to be clear about something. Teacher After School is an anonymous podcast sharing personal experiences and opinions. Stories are generalized and do not represent any specific school, district, or individual. And today's episodes includes adult conversations and is intended for mature listeners. Now, let's talk about this break. This week topic is called What Teachers Do on Their Break. Real life. And baby, let's clear something up right now. Teachers don't actually get a break. We get recovery periods, and some of us don't even get that. So, honestly, when we hear the word break, we're thinking something luxurious. Like it sounds like we're on a beach, chairs, long naps, bottomless mimosas. But the truth is, the first 3 days of the breaks are just decompression. You sleep strange, you wake up tired, you don't know what day it is. Your nervous system is trying to figure out why it's suddenly not on high alert. I can say I personally didn't even get to sleep late. I know other people with kids did not get to sleep late, while others, of course, they were on a plane going somewhere. They were with their significant other. They didn't have nothing else to worry about other than bottomless mimosas and sitting on a beach somewhere, whether that's in the island or somewhere sunny, just not in New York City. And for most of us, by the time we start feeling regular again, or just like you, it's Sunday night. And that means back to work the next day. However, if you're living in New York City or anywhere close by, that didn't happen because we had a snow day. Let's really talk. Some of us didn't have a break. Some of us had children, a full home. Some of us had second jobs. Some of us are building businesses. Some of us are finishing grad school, so we have assignments. Some of us are caring for sick family members, and some of us are trying to survive mentally because burnout does not have a clock out. You can leave the building, but the weight follows you home. Let's start with me. My break, my break was not a break. So, boom, winter recess came. I had plans. Like, I really had plans. I had big plans. LLC paperwork, podcast growth. My students, I was doing a book with them. I am doing a book with them by the end of the school year. And I was supposed to start publishing it. I didn't do that. I had my own children book that I was trying to publish. I didn't do that. I said, this is my reset week. And then life said, oh no, you're a full time mom this week. And nothing, I mean, nothing went how I planned. Now, one thing I always say is that I have everything. I can do everything. Even if I don't know how to do something, I will learn to do it. The only thing that was missing from me being fully was be having kids full time. Well, I got that piece. I got instant kids. And let me tell you something. Parenting is beautiful, but it is work. My brain felt like I was in a group chat and it never stopped talking. Breakfast, snack, lunch, another snack, activity, laundry, grocery list. And we can run out of juice again. And I'm sitting here like, didn't we just eat? And the crazy part is, even when you sit down, your mind is still standing up. So, with that being said, my break actually looked like this: wake up, make breakfast, clean, entertained, snack, cook lunch, clean again, snack, cook dinner, clean again. Please, if you can relate to this, let me know. Just send me some love. Send me some love if you can relate to this. Because I am sending all my families that has to deal with this during their break some love because I know it's not easy. Your break turn into catering, turns into daycare, Uber, chef, referee, and even activity director. I called my friend and I am telling her, I'm like, now I know why parents are so eager to send their kids back to school after break. It's not that they're bothering you, but it's like you really run out of food. Like you really run out of food. And when you have little ones, they're constantly bored. They don't even care about getting on the iPad or the phone. They want to do something with you. I had to put up games on the TV. I had to put up coloring on the TV. I had to draw. I had to put on music and dance. What kind of break is that? Tell me. So, I had all these different professions and nobody clocked me in. Nobody said, "Thank you for your shift." And that's when it clicked for me. I said to myself, parents don't count down to school opening because they don't love their kids. No, they do not say, "When is school opening? I don't love you. Get out of here." No, they are tired, and there's a difference. And the feeding, phew, you grocery shop twice a week, and it's like you're running a restaurant. The food disappears like it's paying rent. But here's the part that hit me the hardest. It wasn't being busy, it was watching my plans sit untouched. My LLC untouched. My podcast ideas untouched. My children's book untouched. My students' publishing projects untouched. And that one hurt because I want my students at the end of the year to be holding a book they wrote themselves. That's legacy work. But when you carry in everything else, time disappears. And when you're a visionary, unfinished things feels heavy. It's not laziness, it's weight. And then here comes the fourth day when you finally open social media and everybody is on somebody's island. Caribbean trips, coconut water, sunsets, soft life content, matching outfits. Meanwhile, I'm home cooking making sandwiches. Everybody timeline looked like coconut water and sunsets. And I was in the kitchen again, and I had to remind myself different seasons, not different worth. All right, now let's talk about something I'm not sure if a lot of parents know or even leadership, but hiding in public. Now let's lighten up a little bit. Why do we hide in public? So, you're in Target, hair wrapped, oversized hoodie, no makeup, living your regular human life, and suddenly you see a parent, or worse, you see an administrator. Why do we immediately turn into secret agents? Speed walking past aisle 14 like we're on a classified mission. Like it's illegal for them to know we buy snacks. Why does it feel like we're not allowed to exist outside of the building? There's a lot of times as teachers when we dressed a certain way and we do not want to be encountered with students or their parents. I know there are a couple times some of my coworkers would tell me they went to the store and they saw a parent and they just turned their back. Or they saw a student and they just turned their back. This is why a lot of teachers do not have parents on social media. I remember one time a teacher told me she posted a picture of her on her WhatsApp status. And another teacher reached out to her and told her to take the picture down. And I'm like, why are you taking the picture down? Because the other teacher said, careful, supposed the students see you or supposed the parents see you. And I'm like, teachers have life too. Yep, we do. So what if you're on the beach and your preference in swimwear is a bikini or a thong? Why can't you wear a thong on the beach if that's what you like? Why does it even matter? How does that affect teaching? That is my thing. How does that affect teaching? If it's summertime or if you're on a vacation and you have on a bikini or you have on a swimsuit that is a thong or you have on a two-piece or you have on a dress that is showing parts of your body. How does that affect learning or teaching your child? You don't come to school in a thong. You come to school professional. You have a life outside of school. And I think a lot of people keep forgetting that. Yes, I understand they have teachers, they have educators on a high pedestal. They look up to us. We are supposed to be role models. I get it. But at the end of the day, before some of us are teachers, we are just like you. We go to parties. We want to feel and dress sexy. We like what we like. So when we travel and we want to feel beautiful and excited, we shouldn't have to worry about what this parent is going to think or how are they going to look at us. There are some people that are doctors. They're in their scrubs. They're doing their work. And when it's time for vacation, they look sexy. They wear whatever they want to wear. That doesn't mean they're not doing their job. That doesn't mean they can't do their job. They're somebody outside of their jobs. They're just like you, they're just like me. So let's talk about some of us who traveled for this break. And when we travel, we are not miss anything. We are not Miss Stacy. We're not Miss A, Miss B. We are first name energy. We are Latoya. We are Keisha. We are Andy. And we do not email me energy. We are, do not email me energy. We are beach, hair, airport selfies, weekend cabins, girls trip, family road trip, and for a few days, we remember what it feels like for not being responsible for 28 other people's emotions. No bells, no schedules, no hallway duty, no copy machine drama. Just breathe. And I had to go hard on the copy machine drama because at my school, we have a lot of copy machine drama. But let's get into something deeper. Here's the deeper part. Break reveals things. If you're single, the quiet gets loud. If you're in a relationship, you start noticing distance because during the school year, you're surviving. During the break, you feel everything. You feel how tired you are. You feel how much you've been pouring out. You feel how much you haven't been poured into. And that can be uncomfortable. We talked about being uncomfortable. Now, let's get into something that is comfortable. Some men really get comfortable when they know they have a good woman. Let me say that again. Some men get real comfortable when they know they have a good woman. They go to work, they come home, a hot plate is waiting, kids are handled, house is running, and they're chilling. Meanwhile, she just worked a 2 shift. I am not a housewife. And even housewives deserves support. Coming home to a hot plate after she's worked all day is not help. That's privilege. Partnership is participation. Helping is not babysitting your life. Let that sit. But here's what this week really gave me. My break didn't give me productivity, it gave me perspective. Parenting is invisible labor. Women carry mental list nobody sees. Rest has to be protected. And overwhelm doesn't mean failure. Just because nothing got done doesn't mean nothing mattered. I fed my family. I showed up. I loved on my kids. I survived a week that looked simple from the outside. That counts. Some of us didn't glow up over the break. Some of us didn't start new routines. Some of us didn't meal prep or reorganize our lives. Some of us laid in bed. And that is valid because teaching is not just physical labor, it is emotional labor, mental labor, spiritual labor. It lives in your body, and recovery takes time. So when people say it must be nice to get all those breaks, I smile because they don't know what it costs. They don't know the patience, the overstimulation, and trust me, this is 9 years of in the educational field, and I hear it all the time. It must be nice to have all those breaks. They don't realize the decision, the emotional weight. Break is not luxury, break is maintenance. If you hid from a parent in public, if you worked during your break, if you traveled just to feel like yourself again, if you didn't feel reset at all, this episode is for you. You're not lazy, you are not dramatic, you are tired, and tired deserves compassion. If your break wasn't a break, I see you. If your plans didn't happen, you are not behind. You are human. We are balancing dreams and responsibilities at the same time. And that is not light work. We are more than lesson plans. We are more than email signatures. We are more than staff meeting notes. We are people. We are just like you. And before we close, let me say something that might make a few people uncomfortable. Teachers do not owe the world constant accessibility. We do not owe you our break. We do not owe you our silence when we are exhausted. And we definitely don't owe you guilt for resting. Somehow, teaching became the only profession where people feel entitled to your time off. Nobody questions when corporate professionals unplug. Nobody questions when doctors are on vacation. Nobody questions when lawyers disappear for 2 weeks. But teachers, oh, it must be nice. No wonder test scores are low. You get summers and holidays off. Let's stop pretending this job isn't emotional labor. Because what drains teachers isn't just instructions, it's managing behaviors, it's absorbing tantrums, it's regulating 28 nervous systems while suppressing your own. And then we're expected to smile in the grocery store. We are allowed to be off. We are allowed to be quiet. We are allowed to not respond to emails. We are allowed to sit on the beach and not think about lesson plans. And if that bothers someone, that says more about how society views teachers than it does about us. The truth is, break isn't luxury, it's survival. And if more teachers actually protect their break instead of apologizing for it, burnout wouldn't be the epidemic that it is. So, no, I will not feel guilty for resting, even though I didn't get one this time. I will not shrink myself in public, and I will not pretend that being a teacher means stop being human. We deserve boundaries. We deserve privacy. We deserve peace. And if that sounds controversial, good. Because maybe it's time people got uncomfortable with how much they expect from teachers. I'm Ms. K, and this is Teacher After School, where we talk about the version of you that exists after the bell rings. If this episode made you laugh, nod your head, or even feel seen, share with another teacher, because I promise you, they're hiding in Target too. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Class is over. I'll see you after school.